Hi, my name is Lafaya Mitchell, author of the Lafaya Way series. The Lafaya Way is an advanced relational approach to dealing with sometimes difficult situations and hypersensitive or difficult children or adults. Today I'm going to discuss 3 reasons why not to ask your child or anyone else why. If you can avoid that question why when they've done something that's upsetting to you, you'll go far in life. You'd much rather go a different route, and I'll talk about what that route is later. But first, I'm going to discuss with you the 3 reasons why not to ask why. 1, you won't like the answer. There is no good answer. If there's something that they did that's upsetting, when you ask why, there is no answer that will be great to you. That brings me to my second point, which is right along the lines of that, is no answer is acceptable. So 1 is you won't like the answer. 2 is the answer won't be acceptable no matter what. And 3 is you often are setting the person up. If they have any measure of intelligence, you're setting them up to lie. Because the path of least resistance is to give a reason that will be acceptable to you, which means they're going to give you a reason that is likely not the truth. It's say a little brother hits his sister, right? And you go up to that little brother and you ask him, why did you hit your sister? If he tells you the truth, which is because I wanted to, then you probably won't like that answer. You more than likely won't like it. Or if he says to you a different truth, which is blaming her, saying, well, she took my toy, then that answer is also not going to be acceptable to you. And oftentimes some of the kids will think of, well, she or he hit me first. And then you get that whole argument between them. No, I didn't. You get all of that. So then you don't know whether or not your child is lying to you. Somebody's lying. And then you find yourself more upset than you were in the first place. So the question why is often just it's not a valuable question for you. So what is valuable to you? It's valuable to problem solve. It's valuable to come up with a solution that will keep you from feeling upset in the future and can keep them out of trouble. A funny story, one of my family members heard their little girl, she's about 3 years old, their little girl said a bad word. So we're not quite in the white territory, but this is about asking those strange questions that you're not going to get the answers that you want. So she asked, did you just say a bad word? And the little 3-year-old said to her, huh? No. Right? And so then the parent was stumped. They were stuck. And instead of saying to the little girl, hey, you used a word that we don't use, and this is the consequence, or this is what I'm going to need for you to say in the future because you can't say that word. So instead of moving into that problem solving space, they moved into the did you? And did you is right along that same line of why. So sometimes parents will clearly see their child do something and they will say, did you just? Don't ask your child, did they just do something that you clearly saw them do? Just state what they did. Say, I just saw you, whatever it is, hit your sister. First of all, what in the world happened before that? And what can we do in the future to keep you from getting yourself in trouble? Then they can express, well, they did this, and you can go still stay in that problem solving mode, which is, okay, well, if she took your toy, then you need to let me know that, so that her taking your toy doesn't get you into trouble. I mean, how terrible is it for somebody to come take your toy and then you're the one in trouble for it, right? So you want to move into problem solving mode so that they can see clearly that it doesn't benefit them to do certain things. Because ultimately, what you're looking for is for them to change the behavior. And quite honestly, questions like why often do not do that. So I'll give another example. Parents often say that their kids are lazy in certain ways. Why didn't you get this done? Why didn't you do this or that? Okay, that gets back into my original 3 reasons. You ask them, why didn't you get your homework done? If the child tells the truth, which is, I hate homework and I didn't feel like it, then the parent wouldn't take that very well. So often what happens? The child moves toward lying. Oh, well, I forgot we had that assignment. So that kind of puts you into that space where you're feeling like, oh, here we go again. They're making excuses when you don't have to set them up to make excuses. So instead of asking why, you just say, okay, I noticed you didn't get your work done. Do you need help? How can I help you? Do you need a tutor? Do you need to go to your teacher? What things do you need to assist you? Because I know that it's not that you're not able to get this. Then you don't set your kid up to be making excuses or be annoying to you or be frustrating to you. Have something for you to think about negatively. So that's all that I have for today about why not to ask your child why. If you have other scenarios that you'd like for me to kind of go over for you, or any questions or any complaints about what it is that I said today, because you know these videos are short, so I only get to say so much. But if you'd like for me to elaborate, then please do leave a comment in my comment section or email me at lafayamft@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to answer your questions, and may even feature some of your questions in a future video so that other parents who might have a similar or the same question can get answers to their questions as well. It's always my pleasure to share the Lafaya way with you. Until next time, stay you and stay true.